Hello fam, welcome back to Photo Conversations, where we have conversations about photography, film, and so much more about life. It's been a while since I last produced any content for this YouTube channel because of so many excuses. Excuses everywhere. But I thank God because today I'm here and I would like to share with you something that has affected each and everybody, especially in the creative industry, and that is the COVID-19 pandemic. We've been going through the COVID-19 pandemic for over 2 years now, and so many businesses have been affected in so many ways. We've had shops closed, we've had stores closed, we've had entire transportation systems down, we've had lockdowns where people can't move, and this has really affected the creative industry. I'm talking about people like photographers, filmmakers, illustrators, graphic designers, artists, and so many more people in the creative industry. What have we learned from this COVID-19 pandemic as creatives going forward? There's so much I have picked up personally because of this COVID-19 pandemic, and I would like to share with you five lessons that I've picked up from the COVID-19 pandemic in as far as operating business is concerned. So lesson number one is be versatile, be flexible. Well, so many creatives will argue that having a niche in your craft is the way to go. Well, I do not disagree with that, but I will slightly differ when it comes to emergency situations like the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, I would advise that instead of just having one niche, go out there and train yourself to be able to do the other different niches. I'll give you an example. During the COVID-19 pandemic, since most stores and most workplaces, shops, and business operating places were closed, many of them wanted to display their products on social media, on the internet, and generally on any shopping kind of website. And at that time, product photography was a thing. But think about it. If you are a documentary photographer and you're like, you know what, I am a documentary photographer, I don't do anything else, man. How are you going to make money when NGOs are no longer going to the field, you know? So I would say, going forward as a creative, try to dig deeper into other niches. Go out there, train yourself about different niches. When an emergency situation comes up, you'll be ready to go and make some money. Lesson number two, become legit and be professional. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was clear that businesses were not interfacing with clients and service providers directly. So they needed to trust whoever they're going to operate business with. And so it meant that you needed to be fully registered, you needed to be tax compliant, you needed to be legit. So going forward, I would really encourage all creatives to make sure that they have their businesses registered, they are tax compliant, they have all their documents in place to enable them to tap into the opportunity with the corporate world. All right, let's go to lesson number three. Go online. We all know the emergence of the show me your work syndrome that came up during the COVID-19 pandemic because most businesses that were operating at that time wanted to see your work. And the only way you had to do it was to have an Instagram page, to be on Facebook, or to be on any other social media platform, even a website. So most people missed out on work because they were not online. And most of them will tell you, you know, I've been operating without a website, I've been operating without social media, so I'll keep on going that way. But we are talking about evolution. Things are starting to change. So go out there and open up a Facebook page for your business, open up an Instagram page for your photography, for your film, for your art, for your any kind of business that you're doing, because people have moved away from the traditional way of doing business where, you know, you have to go physically to their office and then, you know, try to convince them on what you do. People go with what they see on your page, and it's more than evidence of the work that you are doing. So I would like to encourage all photographers, filmmakers, have a website, because actually the website goes beyond social media because it positions you as a professional creative other than, you know, just saying, you know, maybe come over to my business work, my business premise to be able to see the kind of work I do. So guys, go online and keep building your online portfolio using a website or social media. This is a personal note. Have a passion project that you are working on. You know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, most creatives were literally idle. And we were used to that time where, you know, business was operating normally. You have a gig here, you have a gig there. But what happens when you cannot operate for 6 months, you know? So I would say the only way you can survive during that period of drought is to have passion projects that you are working on. I personally, I've had a number of passion projects I work on daily, you know, to just keep my creative juices coming out, you know, to keep excreting that passion mentality. So I would say go out there. If say for example you are a landscape photographer, take a walk to, you know, to the woods and do some photography there. If you're a filmmaker, call up a friend and you're like, you know what, I have a certain movie idea that I want us to work on. So this literally just keeps you creating even when there's no money coming through. And the other thing is, as you're working on these passion projects, who knows, when the economy eventually opens up, these are the projects you're going to put on your portfolio. These are the projects that you're going to share with real clients, and, you know, you show them, you know, I've been doing this. You have this thing where clients always ask you, you know, what have you been up to? So your passion projects really come in handy when you've been doing them, and, you know, you share them with the clients out there and even your friends. Then also, you know, when you do something with passion, it clearly shows in the product that you produce. So I'd say, guys, go out there, shoot. If you're an artist, go out there, paint. If you sing, then go out there and make music. Go out there, take photos, shoot films, shoot whatever you can shoot, man. That's the way to go. And last but not least, save up for a rainy day as a creative. Creatives amuse me. When January comes, one of the catchword is, man, shit is tight. You know, there's no job, there's no gigs coming in, and it seems to be endemic. Like every other time, creatives are crying, you know, we don't have money, man. I haven't gotten that gig for the weekend. But I say, if we are going to grow as artists, as creatives, we need to move from that point of, you know, hand to mouth to a point where we save up something to be able to run even when we do not have work, even when we don't have gigs. So guys, man, have something to run you when the drought is like crazy, man. So thank you so much for watching this YouTube video, and see you next time. We are back with a bang. Catch you later.